Turned off. Greetings, everyone. Welcome to Prep Hour. I think this is Prep Hour 17, everyone. Going now for about 18 months. So wherever you are located around the world, I hope you can see me and I hope you can hear me clearly. So just put a shout out, type in your location where you are and what time it is. I'm broadcasting out of Brisbane, Australia. It's the 30th of April and it's 4:30 p.m. So everyone just type in your location and the time. And give me a thumbs up if you can hear and see me clearly. Hello to Sangeetha. All right, I'll just wait for those things to pop up and we'll get ourselves ready for today's prep hour. Rosa can, good, sound is good, says Rosa, see me clearly, excellent. Hello to Muhammad over there in Peshawar. I don't know if I pronounced that right, but right up there on the border of Pakistan and Afghanistan, I believe. It's 11:30 a.m. there. Hello to Rosa in Kuwait, where it's 9:30. We have Tintu in Singapore, where it's 2:30 p.m. in the afternoon. Hello to Na. Hello to Oral. It's 9:30 a.m. Hello to Rabab in Jeddah. All right. And Sangeetha over there in India, where it's 12 p.m. Excellent. All right, we'll keep typing that in, everyone, and then we're going to get started in a moment. Hello to Hassan in Iraq. Oh, did I say 30th of April? Yes, 30th of March. I'm getting ahead of myself. Thank you very much. No, we're not in April yet. No, we're still in March. All right. Okay. And look, obviously I'm broadcasting to you in difficult times. This is the time of COVID-19. And look, I'd just like to say, I hope you, your family members and your patients are well, and that, you know, those that you're doing a great job on the front line. For those of you on the front line or behind the scenes, good luck. appreciate your great work. OET exam has gone on hold, so there'll be no exams in April. But from our side, we're still ongoing. So with our live classes continuing every day. So if you do have time and you want to keep that skill up for when you can take your exam, well, we'll be here to help you. So on everyone, while the world tries to grapple with this crisis and people like yourselves try to help manage it. Good luck with that, everyone. Okay, now we're here today to talk about reading part A. Now we've done in other prep hours part B, we've done some part C, but we haven't really done a full part A session because it's a bit tricky to do in a live class, but we've worked out a way. So today's all about reading part A, a very challenging part of the test. So we'll look at ways to help you focus and fill more of those gaps so you can get more points. All right, so let's bring up, I'm going to change my screen now, everyone. I'm going to reduce my size. I'm going to share a new screen. All right, now you should be able to see two screens here, everyone. On the left-hand side, we have the text that we're going to do today. And on the right-hand side, we've got our prep hour with Steve. All right, can everyone see that clearly? While you're answering that question, so I'll let you know a little bit about this task. This task can be found on the OET Center website. It's task 2. So it's a freely available task. It's a great one to analyze. It's quite challenging. We will increase in size a little bit as we go, Rosa. So we will do that for you. Stick with us while we make those adjustments. Okay, so let's start it off, I reckon. So I'm going to look at the screen, look at your screen on the right. And we'll just talk a little bit about the techniques first. So a few things that we know, but so everyone's on a level playing field. We know you've got 15 minutes to do this exam. So we know that. And just a little bit bigger there for you. We've got 15 minutes. And it's an expeditious reading task. So that word expeditious, it's like you're on an expedition. You're on an expedition to locate certain facts. So it's all about locating information in a timely manner. It's fast. There are 4 texts and 20 questions altogether. What skills do you need? Well, you need, the core skills are skimming and scanning. So we're often asked as teachers, what's the difference between skimming and scanning? Consider skimming, a very important skill, especially at the beginning. When you skim, you're trying to identify the purpose of each text. You want to know the purpose. What's it all about? Because that's, if you can understand the purpose of each text, then you're going to be able to when you go to your questions, you're going to know, this question relates to this topic, maybe symptoms of a condition, therefore I believe it's in text A. Or this question is asking about medication. Medication was in text C. So once you understand the main focus of each text, you can actually improve the number of questions you can answer and improve your speed by going directly to the right page rather than going round and round in circles and not being able to find what you're looking for, which is very frustrating and stressful. So we want to try to avoid that. Scanning is where you've got a particular word you're looking for. You've picked the word out of the question. It's a particular word you're looking for and you are searching for that word. And you may have to read every single word once you get close to understand that. So you locate that word and then fully read the whole sentence to understand the meaning and then answer your question. All right, so skimming is the fast moving through step by step, just understanding purpose, whereas scanning is more at sentence level. Okay, now I suggest you spend 2 to 3 minutes skimming the 4 texts before you start going to your answers, right? We'll be looking at the answers at the moment, but we can see them there. And here's our questions. My advice, don't start with your question page. Start with your text, right? You need to start with your text. So you get that basic understanding. And so you go through your 4 texts, allow 2 to 3 minutes, and then you start. And there's 3 sections. There are the matching questions, normally 1 to 7. And then there are the short answer and sentence completion, which will be questions 8 to 20, roughly 6 or 7 questions per section. So you can divide it up into approximately 5 minutes for each of those sections, including, so I would say 2 to 3 minutes skim and scanning, then another 2 minutes to do your matching. Do those first. That'll be 5 minutes. And then allow another 5 minutes to do your short answer and sentence completion questions. Okay. All right. Now let's move on. Now I'm not going to show you the questions yet because we're going to come to that. We're going to look at our 4 texts. I'll make this a little bit bigger for everyone and we'll go through them all and we'll just demonstrate some of these skills, everyone. All right, so just let me annotate this, everyone. Now, just checking, are we all good so far, everyone? Everyone following what we're doing? So read our title. Now we'll have a pen in the hand, paracetamol overdose. Paracetamol overdose, that's our topic. So let's look at text A, everyone. Paracetamol, contraindications and interactions. So that's very important. If you're given a title, read it. So contraindications. Everyone type in a simple word. What's a synonym for a contraindication? Just type in, what's a synonym for a contraindication? And while I'm waiting for that answer, I'll just type in here, I'll just keep reading. So this is how I would approach it, everyone. Special warnings and precautions of use. So special warnings. Now I've got 2 choices here. I could just go, so grab a word here, a contraindication, a hepatitis C. I could just do this, right? I'm not reading any sentences. I circle a few medications like that, some numbers, maybe, and a few words. Now I could just do that, right? I've just circled a few random words, which tell me certain words, but there's a problem with that approach. I don't know what the text is about. Does anyone here use that approach when you're preparing? You just go and search a few words and you circle those words. Does anyone use that approach? If you do, my advice is no, because you'll end up not understanding the purpose of the text. It's too random. What you need to do is this, everyone. So we highlight the words, contraindications meaning side effects, and then we read it. Where analgesics are used long-term, with administration every 2 days or more frequently, headache may develop or increase. Headache induced by overuse of analgesics should not be treated by dose increase. In such case, use of analgesics should be discontinued. All right, so I'm actually reading that sentence to have a general idea. Now I know a bit about it. It's all about how to use, about the safe use of analgesics. And I'll read a bit more. Care is advised in the administration of paracetamol to patients with alcohol dependency. And I've got a few conditions: renal or severe hepatic impairment. All right, and now I might stop there. That's enough, I think. It's the general warnings about how to use this drug, paracetamol. Then interaction with other medicinal products. And then here, I'm only going to read the first word: anticoagulants, metoclopramide, domperidone, and so on. And that's probably enough for me when I read text A. I've got a general idea of this topic. It's talking about, it mentions some signs and symptoms, because we know contraindications is side effects, everyone. Things that can happen. And it mentions some of them, headache and so on. All right, so we got a topic of A. So a skimming technique is where you read that first 1 or 2 sentences to get the general idea. But don't read it all. You're just trying to get a general idea. Now, the next thing we're going to look at is interesting. I'll just make that a bit smaller. So now we have it says procedure for an acute single overdose. So again, get your pen out, underline the titles, and then this is like a flow chart, everyone. And we've got arrows. So acute single dose, established time since ingestion. Then we've got numbers. So we've got 4 hours, 4 to 8, 8 to 12. That's going to be useful. More than 24 hours. And then we got arrows down. So in these boxes, it's things that you should do. It's procedures. 1 hour since ingestion, check paracetamol levels, plot levels, start, acetylcysteine. And now what I wouldn't do here, I've read 1 to get a general idea, but because I want to save time, I'm not going to read these other ones yet because I've got a general idea. It's giving us instructions on what to do, right? So we know that. And then down the bottom, it continues. We got some yes, no questions, but I've read enough. All right, so I'm going to continue. We've got a general idea about that paragraph, procedures for a single overdose. And it's a flow chart with hours. Keep reading. Then we've got a graphical piece of information. And interesting again, it's treatment again. It's paracetamol poisoning, but it's emergency treatment. So that's like the next level up, isn't it? This is emergency treatment. If you get something like this, a graph, it can be a bit confusing. So we need to read the bottom. This is time. So that's these numbers in hours, 2 hours, 4 hours, 8 hours. So we've got to try to work out what this graph is telling us. Then when we go up these, we've got to look at these numbers and think, what do they mean? And it's plasma paracetamol concentration, milligram per liter. And we've got some values. And on this one, we've got plasma paracetamol concentration, and we're in millimole per liter. So 2 ways to express it. We've got a high-risk treatment line and a normal treatment line. So we've got to try to get a basic understanding of a table. We know what that is. And we might read a little bit. Patients whose plasma paracetamol concentrations are above the normal treatment line should be treated with acetylcysteine. And then we've got some more numbers. And patients on enzyme-inducing drugs, and they've mentioned some drugs, should be treated, okay, different, again with this medication, but some details. Now, I'm not going to read all that for now, because what I really want to know is what it's about, paracetamol poisoning, and we've got some levels and graphical information. Okay, and then we've got one more text, everyone, to look at. And this is text D, clinical assessment. Commonly, patients who have taken paracetamol overdose are asymptomatic for the first 24 hours, just nausea and vomiting. And then hepatic necrosis. So it's what's going to happen. And we got time after 24 hours. Patients may also develop encephalopathy, oliguria. I might just underline these words. And then it talks about their history, the number of tablets, the time of overdose, suicide risk, alcohol. All right, but I'm going to stress with you, everyone, underline those words. So text D talks about symptoms here and what may happen following an overdose. So you've got a general idea. Okay, now on exam day, you want to do that, or in your practice, 2 to 3 minutes, everyone. That's all you want to spend on that. All right, so now we've done that. We're ready to begin, everyone. We're ready to begin. And may I stress, everyone, on exam day, use your pen and circle the words, because you're creating a map for yourself. It's going to make it easier to answer the questions. So let's start answering our questions, everyone. Now, I've modified this task a little bit so that we can fit it on one page, everyone. I'll make this about 140 size. I hope that's big enough for you, everyone. Can everyone see the text on the left? Because I'm going to get you to answer some questions. All right, so you can see both texts there, everyone. Now, this is where you need to do some work. So for our matching questions, you don't have to fill any words. You only have to decide which text something is located. So we got question 1. Now these ones, I've made it the short form, everyone. So the answers are going to be in either text A or B. So I've made this easy for you, but in the real exam, you'd have to look through all 4 texts. So question 1 says, the steps to be taken when treating a paracetamol overdose patient. So keyword here is steps. Right, what's the answer to this one, everyone? Have a look. Is it A or B, the steps? When you think you know the answer, type it in. Which paragraph talks about the steps? Yep, and some good answers coming through from Tintu and Mohammed. Yep. Steps, okay. Correct, everyone, if you're answering that. It is answer B. That's the answer. Well, how do we know the steps? Well, it's the way it's organized, isn't it, everyone? If it's an acute single overdose, establish time since ingestion. Then if it's 4 hours, it tells you what to do. And it says check paracetamol, plot level, start acetylcysteine. So they're all instructions step by step. This is what you do. So the keyword is step. So answer is B. Okay, number 2. The number of products containing paracetamol. Is it A or B, the number of products? Now remember, we're talking about products, and I'll let everyone have a bit of a think about that one. Some answers coming in now. Everyone's going for A. It is A. And can anyone answer how many products? It actually says somewhere, but We know products containing paracetamol is relevant to this topic because B is all about the procedure, but contraindications and interactions gives us a bit of an idea that it's going to relate to this question, the number of products containing paracetamol, because therefore there would be interactions and contraindications. Now, it's a bit tricky to find the answer. Did anyone find the answer? What is the number of products containing paracetamol? Not sure? Have a look down the bottom. A total of 118 brand names are known to have paracetamol. So the answer is actually way down the bottom, and that's a bit of a tricky thing sometimes about matching questions. You really may have to really search through to find the actual answer, but there it is. But we kind of knew just by the topic that it wouldn't be B. Okay, number 3. What to do if there are no details available at the time of overdose? What to do if there are no details available at the time of overdose? Yes, people coming through with text B. I would go for text B. It is text B. And it tells us no details available of the time of overdose. It says unable to establish. Unable to establish. So that's where the answer is. And what to do is below. This tells you what to do. What to do if no detail, if there are no details of the time. Yep. Okay. All right, so we've answered that. Okay, well done. So that's the first step. Now we've got the general idea from those tasks. So now what we need to do is start answering our short answer questions. And normally you're going to use 1, 2, or 3 words. And I consider this a copy and paste activity. We've got to find the answer in the text. So let's try it. If paracetamol is used as a long-term painkiller, what symptoms may get worse? And we need a search word here, everyone. Long-term painkiller. What symptoms may get worse? So we've got to skim through. Look for long-term. What do you think, everyone? Would that be in text A or B? Symptoms. Would it be in text A or B? A is the one talking about symptoms, isn't it? B is talking about what you do. So we're going to look in text A. So we know it's in text A. Okay, so then we search. Then we search. Try reading this first one, everyone. Where analgesics are used long-term with administration every 2 days or more frequently. There's our word, long-term. So once we see that word, we know we're in the right location, don't we? So the answer is in that first sentence. Yes, Rosa, the key is long-term. And they're using the word painkiller and paracetamol as an analgesic. What symptom may get worse? And it says, comma, headache may develop or increase Increase means get worse. Therefore, the answer is headache. There's our answer. Now, you could say, if you wanted to, you could answer headaches and still get the mark. Okay, let's look at question 5. It may be dangerous to administer paracetamol to a patient with which viral condition? What's our key word here, everyone? Well, it's administer, dangerous, but for me, viral condition. So we're looking for a virus. So again, it's not talking about, yes, we're again going for A. That's right, Rosa. And sometimes we're lucky. Sometimes the answers, you get a couple in a row in one text. See if you can find the answer, everyone. I'll give you a little hint. Look in the next paragraph. Care is advised in the administration of paracetamol to patients with alcohol dependency. Severe renal or severe hepatic impairment. Other contraindications are shock or acute inflammation due to hepatitis C virus. The hazards of overdose. Okay. So we have to be careful with the administration. That comes from administer. Look how they've just used synonyms here. So we're on the topic. And the answer is hepatitis C. There's our answer. So it's not that hard, is it? We've just got to locate. That's our skill, to locate hepatitis C. That's our answer. Okay. Next one. What treatment can be used if a single dose has occurred less than an hour ago? All right, now we're talking about, the key word here is an hour ago. We know that text B is talking about time. So see if you can find the answer. And always watch out for your ifs. What treatment can be used if a single dose has occurred less than an hour ago? Rosa, you are all over this. You're doing fantastic. That's the key, an hour ago and less than an hour ago. So it must be in this row, less than 4 hours. Yes, it's going to be in text B, everyone. That's right. So we're in text B. So we go straight to B. See if you can find the answer. Well done, Titu. Activated charcoal. That's right. That is the answer. Here it is, activated. And the key word here is consider. Less than 1 hour since ingestion. Consider. So that means can. It doesn't say has to be used. Consider it. So again, copy and paste. Make sure you always spell your answers right. Make sure you spell them correctly. Activated charcoal. Okay, we're moving along nicely. All right, now just before I go on, there was a question asked before, which I'll try to answer. Someone asked, I've just changed the wording there was a typo, but there was a question before about number 3, what to do if there are no details available. So that should be of the time. So we don't, of the time of overdose, we don't know when it occurred. that comes from the phrase less than 24 hours or greater than 24 hours or unable to establish. Means you can't find out. There are no details available. Means establish means to find, and that's why that's your link, everyone, for number 3. Okay, keep going, everyone. Speed, it's a speed exam. If a patient has taken metoclopramide, so these are our gap fills now. So we just got to fill the gap. If a patient has taken metoclopramide, which text, everyone? It's a medication name alongside paracetamol. This may affect the something of paracetamol. The something of paracetamol. If a patient has taken metoclopramide, text A, thank you, Abdullah. And here it is. Interaction and other forms. So what's our answer, everyone? If a patient has taken metoclopramide alongside paracetamol, this may affect the, we got the word may, there's a synonym. Absorption, yes, but I think you need another word, Abdullah. Now, got to be careful here, up to 3 words here. Now, I would say you need all these words. The speed of absorption. So that's the word we're looking for, everyone, the speed of absorption. Okay. Next one. If a patient does not require further acetylcysteine, they should be given treatment categorized as, okay, this is a hard question. If a patient does not require further acetylcysteine, they should be given treatment as, Now, it's really talking about treatment here, which is more text B, isn't it? I'll give you a hint. It's text B, everyone. You're going to have to look carefully down the bottom. Acetylcysteine is our key word, but that's everywhere. Acetylcysteine, it's everywhere. See who can find it first. If a patient does not, that's a key word. Does not. When you see not, you can see no and yes. So we've got to follow our arrows. This is a no. Patient needs treatment with acetylcysteine? No. If a patient does not require further acetylcysteine, they should be given treatment categorized as what? How would you categorize it? Hard question, this one. How do we categorize the treatment? You've got the word only. Here's a clue, only. Not sure? All right. It was a hard one. Answer? Supportive. Could you get that, everyone? It was a hard question. supportive. People might have been texting and I'm not. Oh, I've got to redo that. Something's going on with my settings here, everyone. I've lost the line. I can't see your streaming comments, everyone. I'm not getting your messages, everyone. Just bear with me. Test. All right, I'm not getting your text, everyone. I'm just going to have to reload this. Stay there, everyone. Bear with me. The texting has failed here. Let's reopen it. Bear with me. Just reloading the page. Okay, I'm going to move on to the next text while we're waiting for that to reload. Just not getting your messages on the live stream. Could be due to a massive overload on the internet, everyone. Everyone's working from home. A lot of people are working from home. Okay, I'm going to carry on without it. I'm going to hope it loads up soon. I'm just not able to load this page. All right, let's assume it comes back in a minute, everyone. And I'll just go through it. And I'm assuming everybody's up. We're back. Ooh. They're connecting our channels. Testing. Okay, it's gone a bit funny on me, everyone. Can't get the messages. If you're watching, just type in a message now, everyone. It's not activating not getting my messages. So I think you're watching me. I can see myself live on the screen. Oh, for a little technical glitch there. I'll see if I can get some support, everyone. Is there any support I can get? No, it's a bit annoying. I'll try Facebook. There's my Facebook, everyone. Yes, now I'm getting some messages. Thank you, Sujin. Okay, I think I've found a way. I can see Suja's and Rosa have both posted. Okay. Right, I'm going to use the YouTube channel. Most people are watching on YouTube. So we'll just continue, everyone. So all you YouTubers, I can get your comments. Facebook's they're not coming through to me at the moment. So we'll just continue on, everyone. Type in all good if that's all good, everyone. We'll stick with the YouTube channel. Nearly everyone is on YouTube. Type in all good if that's all good. Yep, and I can see I'm online. I'm just not receiving the text, Rosa, through all the channels. The wonders of technology. All right, let's continue. So now we're going to do text C and D, everyone. So in which text can you find answers about? So again, we're going back to our matching. So now we're working on C and D. So remember our topics we read about. This was paracetamol poisoning emergency treatment, and text D was about clinical assessment. Okay. So in which text can you find answers about the various symptoms of patients who have taken too much paracetamol? Type in your answer when you think you know. Various symptoms. So we're searching for symptoms. If you've had too much like an overdose. Yeah, everyone's got it good. You're fast. Everyone, it's text D. That's right. Text D. And it mentions patients may also develop encephalopathy, oliguria, hypoglycemia, and so renal. So there's some symptoms and conditions. And also we've got nausea and vomiting. So it talks about symptoms, jaundice and pain. Okay, 10. The precise levels of paracetamol in the blood, which require urgent investigation. So levels of paracetamol is our search word, everyone. Levels of paracetamol. We've got a lot of numbers in text C. Yep, it is text C. Now, you should, here's my hint to everyone, on exam day, because it's all about speed. Once you get precise levels, right? And that sort of gives you a clue, right? Because this is all about, these are precise levels. So you can almost go straight forward, everyone. These are quite precise. So that word precise and levels means I'm just probably going to go for C and move on, save some time. Next one, whether paracetamol overdose was intentional. Now this is a hard one. Whether paracetamol overdose was intentional. And sometimes you just got to search everything. We're looking for intentional, everyone. I'll speed up the process, everyone. I'll give you a clue. It's in this text. It's in text D, but I'm going to give everyone a clue. I want you to come up with the answer. What's the hint? It's somewhere here. Which of these bullet points relates to the word intentional? See if you can tell me that. Well done, Dana. Suicide attempt. That's it. Because it says here, suicide risk, history, suicide risk, was a note left. Can hear some background noise. Can hear our dog barking. Suicide risk was a note left. That means it's intentional. So it can get a bit cryptic sometimes. Let's keep going. So that's text C, D, apologies, text D. And then the last one, dealing with paracetamol overdose patients who have not received adequate nutrition. And this time it's dealing. So dealing is a bit like treating, right? So treating seems to be more in line with text C. And again, we've got poisoning. So we've got to skim through. It's not here. dealing with patients who have this, we read through, they're treated with acetylcysteine, and there's the treatment method, intravenous infusion. Keep reading through. Methionine by mouth, keep reading. Patients on enzyme, we've got a lot of drugs, or who are, find the keyword, malnourished. What does malnourished mean? It means inadequate nutrition. Anorexia. Right, so there's our answer. Text C. All right, we continue on. Well done, Abdul, that's right. And apologies to our Facebook viewers. I'm just only able to get text on. I'll just try to see if it works yet. Testing. Are we getting Facebook at the moment? No, we've got to stick with our YouTube channel, everyone. So apologies to Facebook viewers. Looks like I'm unable to read your text, but I can read the YouTubers. Okay, let's continue. Time pressure exam, everyone. What condition may develop in an overdose patient who presents with jaundice? Jaundice is our search word. Now, jaundice is a symptom. Which text do you think it's going to be in, everyone? Jaundice. Which text do you think? Text C or D? Yeah, it's going to be in C. That's right, Suraksha. And then 14. What condition may develop on the third day after an overdose? So keyword third day. And it's a condition. Again, after an overdose. 15. What drug can be administered within 10 to 12 hours as an alternative to acetylcysteine? All right, so yeah, we've got that. So this one's going to be text C. This one's going to be text D, because we saw this 10 to 12 hours. Okay, let's answer them, everyone. Number 13, what condition may develop in an overdose patient who presents with jaundice? On exam day, we search for jaundice. It's a condition. We've read about this before. We saw all these conditions here. So we've got a word search for jaundice. Skim and scan, there's our word. We find our word. Now, what do? We read the sentence. I'll read it and you tell me the answer. Hepatic necrosis, elevated transaminases, right upper quadrant pain, and jaundice. That's brackets. This is what hepatic necrosis is. Tintu's gone for hepatic necrosis. Very tempting, but we read further. Begins to develop. So hepatic necrosis, and in brackets, that's describing it. Begins to develop after 24 hours and can progress to acute liver failure. So I understand, Tintu, very tempting, but the answer is ALF. You could just put ALF, or you could type it out. Acute liver failure. That's your choice. So hepatic necrosis, it's a real trap there. A real trap. So you always got to read the whole sentence to get the full answer. Yep. Not hepatic failure, you've got to do acute liver failure. So you just copy and paste those words. ALF would do. Okay, what condition may develop on the third day? I'll give you a hint, everyone. Here it is, third day. We skim scan, we're searching for third day. We've got to look around, but it's a condition, and we know, Texty, if we read before and we remember, we will be fast here. We will be fast. We know where to look. So you have to know where to look. What's the answer, everyone? What condition? Keyword condition. Well done, Ernestina. Yes, that's renal failure, text D. Renal failure. So there we find it there. So this time of the exam, you've done a lot. You should, by now, you'll have an idea where things are located. So you'll be moving quickly. On we go. What drug can be administered orally within 10 to 12 hours as an alternative to acetylcysteine? What drug? So it's going to be a drug name. This was what condition. Now we're talking about what drug. Now D doesn't talk about drugs. So we've got to go up to, but C does. So we look through C and we find 10 to 12 hours. There it is, 10 to 12 hours. Pay attention to numbers. Once you find it, you've got to read. Patients whose plasma paracetamol concentrations are above normal treatment line should be treated with acetylcysteine by intravenous infusion. And then we got or as an alternative. That means or if acetylcysteine cannot be used, or if this can't be used, treat with methanone. Methanone, that's our answer, everyone. Okay, methanone, if that's pronounced correctly. Methionine. All right, there's our answer. Okay, now we're flying, everyone. You'd only have a couple of minutes on exam day. You've got to move. We can't stop, everyone. We're rushing through. We've got some gap fills now. Okay, and we know we're only working off 2 texts. Of course, on exam day, you'll be working off 4 texts. We've got a number, everyone. After 24 hours, an overdose patient may present with pain in the something. So we're looking for pain somewhere. Where is the pain? Pain in the something after 24 hours. And we got for the first 24 hours down here, we got after 24 hours. Where's the pain, everyone? Once we find the keyword, we go back and we read the whole sentence again. Hepatic necrosis elevated this level, right upper quadrant pain and jaundice. Then we find our keyword, pain. Answer, everyone. They may present with pain in the right upper quadrant. A little bit tricky to find some of these, but that's our answer. And remember, copy and paste. So we've got to be able to use the same words as the text. So take that little bit of time for care in case there's a possible typo. For the first 24 hours after overdosing, patients may only have symptoms such as. Now, Dana and Ernest, just remember, or everyone always write in full on exam day. Now, for the first 24 hours, we're looking for symptoms. Which symptoms, everyone? Now, you've got to be fast. And you got this word, have. Have, find those words. Just means only. Well done, Tintu. Nausea and vomiting. That's our answer, everyone. Nausea and vomiting. So we're getting really fast now. We're getting really fast. Don't forget the and. Okay. 18. Acetylcysteine should be administered to patients with a paracetamol level above. Oh, now we're on these lines, everyone. soon as I see this word, I'm going to have to move up. I'm going to have to start reading these lines. Acetylcysteine should be administered to patients with a paracetamol level above the high-risk treatment line who are taking any type of, okay, but it's a type of medication. So we've got to try to find out what type of medication. I'll give you a hint, everyone. It's got different word order. I'll give you a hint. It's in here. High-risk treatment line. See if you can find it. Got acetylcysteine here. Where's the answer? Got to look hard. Patients on enzyme-inducing drugs. Well, we got the word medication. What type of medication? Should be administered to patients. Yep. We got the word above. So patients on something. Taking, that means they're on it. Who are taking any type of medication. That means they're on the medication. They're taking it. That means they should be, what are they on, everyone? Hard one. Enzyme inducing. So you're always going to get a couple of hard ones like that. Medication. Medication is a synonym for drug. Taking. Now, one thing you'll notice here, it's just a reverse order. It could have been patients who are taking this medication should be administered acetylcysteine. But this question reversed the order. That made it very tough, everyone. Tough question, wasn't it? But the answer was enzyme inducing. Got that, everyone? Clear? Oh, I've lost the screen again, everyone. All right. I'm going to try that one more time. One more time. I'm losing your text, everyone. A bit annoying. So you probably were answering. I couldn't see your answers come through. The text is not working too well today, unfortunately, our chat. I'm not sure why. Trying again. I'm sure you can still see me, so we'll keep going. Test, everyone. All right, I think you can see me, so I'm going to keep going, everyone. I'll answer these together. We'll see if we can get our connection back up in a minute. Okay, so last two questions. In a non-high-risk patient, a non-high-risk patient should be treated for paracetamol poisoning if their paracetamol is above something milligram per liter 8 hours after overdosing. Now, these are tough questions, everyone, if you're not good at tables, but 8 hours after overdosing. So this is the time, 8 hours, right? And we're on paracetamol poisoning. Okay, so time 8 hours. So if you get this, everyone, what you've got to do, you've got to go up the line. And I might just, so we go up 8 hours. And it says patients with non-high risk. So it's not high risk. We're going to go all the way up to the normal one here. Here it is. 100. That's above. That's above. So the answer for this one is above. And we got mg per liter. So we're not on millimole. We're over here. So we go across. Answer 100. All right, and the last question, everyone. A patient who overdosed something hours ago should be given acetylcysteine if their paracetamol level is, so this is a high-risk patient, 25 mg. So I'm going to find my 25 mg. It's here between 20 and 30. It's high risk. I'm going to go across and see what I find. I find the number 12. So that's above 25. Yes, that's our answer. Who overdosed 12 hours ago? Well, now they're tough questions, everyone. You've got to practice reading these types of charts and just follow the lines along. Now, I don't know if you can see or hear me, everyone. I'm hoping so, but my restream is not working. Let's just try that again. Otherwise, we'll just continue. Try one more time. Annoying, this is not working. One more time. I'm just reloading the chat, everyone. I'm just reloading the chat, see if I can get that up. Type in a message, everyone, if you can. Might be working now. Not getting it. Just test again. Try Facebook. If you can get my message, type in. I know I'm still streaming. Okay, I can't seem to fix this right now. Just going to try one last time, everyone. My last chance. See if this works, everyone. And anyway, we've gone through part A. So yeah, it looks like it's not going to work. So just to recap, everyone, we looked at how to answer it. This is a tough one. Try this yourself from the OET Center website. Tough one, but a really good one. Study it, but look, at the end of the day, 2 to 3 minutes to understand the purpose of each text, everyone. That's what you need to do. Get that 2 to 3 minutes with your skimming and scanning. Don't just circle a few words. Understand it. This test requires your understanding. Then once you've done that, another 3 minutes to answer questions, to do the matching questions. You want to get 100% for your matching, or at least 6 out of 7. You need to be good at that. If you get a good score for your matching, it's going to help you a lot in this exam. If you get a poor score for your matching, you're up against the 8 ball. So try to do well in your matching. Practice that. Then it's just if you've got a good understanding of the purpose of each text, you will find it easier to answer the short answer and sentence completion questions, which we just showed you how to do. You've got to have a good search word, and you've got to be aware of the different phrasing, but you will find as you go, you get quicker and quicker. Now I can't get my chat to work, so we'll wrap this up in a minute. Just trying one more time. It's a bit of a shame. I think it's to do with internet speed being a bit slow. Okay, now look, I'll tell you about, anyway, if you're watching this, everyone, I know I can't communicate that well with you, unfortunately, but I was just going to tell you the results came out for the last exam. We had some students get some good results. Mai, a doctor from Egypt, congratulations to you, Mai, if you're watching. She worked really hard and she had to do it several attempts, but look, she's super happy because she got her results. And she mentioned the unlimited access was a great help to me, and I recommend it to everyone. She likes us, and she's booked her PLAB exam. So doctors use that for motivation. This doctor, Dr. Mai from Egypt, is on her way to the UK and to achieve her dreams. Well done. And I got this message. This is from Mugday, a doctor from Palestine, but now in the UK. He studied with us a year ago, and he just got back in touch to let us know that he's done everything. He passed the exam with Gavin's help, particularly liked. And now he's gone through all the processes and steps, and he's made it to UK, and he's following his passion. So look, OET is a tough exam, but you can do it. And with our help, we will get you through. And I'll just show a few things just to wrap this up. So everyone, if you're watching this, I can't chat to you now because the restream's not working for me. But look, we've got some great courses going on at the moment. You can check it out here on our website, oetonline.net.au. When you come to our site, everyone, you can see all these boxes down here. Here's our all skills courses. We're open for business during COVID-19, so you'll be working hard, I'm sure. But if you're wondering what to do, well, look, come and study. We've got courses for all professions. We do offer that unlimited live classes. And look, our prices are in Aussie dollars, so great savings at the moment while there's Aussie dollar is at a bit of a low. So you can see our ultimate course, $649. You can get that for just $384 US. Platinum, $439. That's only $260 US. And so on. The standard, a very popular course, Australian $299 US. That's about $177. And our entry level in the economy and turbo are very well priced as well. The other change we've made, everyone, well, all our classes have this unlimited live virtual classes. That's what you need. Keeps you motivated, especially during these times of uncertainty when you don't know when your exam will be. Recorded video for all those classes if you missed the live or need to recap. We've got an excellent teaching team of Australian and UK teachers. But look at this, everyone. The number of corrections, we've doubled it, more than doubled. Ultimate, 12 personal corrections with detailed feedback for your writing. Platinum gets 9, standard gets 6. That's really good value. Even the economy gets, the turbo gets 3, and the economy is for self-study. Now, we've put our focus on that writing correction based on what people have requested. But if you need help with speaking, these courses include speaking as well. And big numbers, we've increased the numbers of reading and listening sets in all courses. So it's all happening. And look, there's free extensions down here during COVID-19. So a lot of our students are saying, I don't know when our exam's going to be. No problem. We'll just extend that course. And we'll stick with you until you pass. So really good options, everyone. The last thing I want to say here is, of course, if you want to do writing only or reading only, speaking only, or listening only, you can. And online study is safe. So jump on board is my advice, everyone. We are a premium preparation provider. And look at this, everyone. We've just released some brand new doctor's tasks. And we also have some brand new nurse writing tasks as well, recently released. If you want the latest material, come and join us. And if you're not a doctor and you're not a nurse, but you're an allied professional, well, we've got courses and we writing specific courses for the allied professions. And we are endorsed for these professions as well. All right. A shame we couldn't get our final chat working there, everyone. We'll get it going next time. I'll be back in another month for the next prep hour. Stay well, keep your focus, and we're here to help you pass OET. Thanks and bye for now.